Time to get some wrap-up thoughts from Emily and Gavin. Just your highlights, your thoughts, what you want people to take away from the summit. Emily, we'll come to you first.
Well, I won't speak for very long because I know I stand between you and lunch. But listen, I think it's been really good and I hope you've had a really good couple of days. There's so much. I've got lots of thoughts in my head to go away and think about how we police in a modern world, thinking about data technology, thinking about the online space, social media that we've just spoken about. Both, I think, opportunities in that space, but also the challenges as well. We've been talking about prevention. How do we get upstream? How do we stop crime from happening? Bits around police culture, which is obviously a really crucial part of the work that I know everyone is doing. How do we build that trust and confidence in all of our communities to help support the work that policing are doing? We've been talking about neighbourhood policing. We keep coming back to this idea of neighbourhood policing, such a fundamental bedrock of what we do as British policing. So how do we deliver that with all the challenges and the funding challenges that we know policing is facing? And we've also spoken about criminal justice, recognising that obviously it doesn't stop with the police. We have to think about what our criminal justice partners are doing as well. And we've also heard some really good examples of best practice as well from lots of our forces. And obviously, the big kind of discussion we've started now is around police reform. So, you know, we heard yesterday from the Home Secretary, you've heard from Gavin and myself and others around the opportunity that we think this is hopefully going to bring, where we want to go next with that. Obviously, we recognise that the devil is absolutely going to be in the detail for this. So we are starting those conversations closely with Home Office colleagues, with all of the policing partners in the room. We want to make sure we get this right. You know, the Home Secretary is very clear. It has to be done in partnership with us as a policing kind of group of organisations, which is really welcome. And hopefully we'll have lots more conversation around that police reform and what it might look like in due course as well. And then the only other thing I was going to say as well is that we have obviously had some really good conversations and really good contributions from victim survivors and obviously the young people that we've just had there as well. And I think it was Annette on the criminal justice panel who said if there's one takeaway, it's about putting people first. And I do think that's a really good message for us to go home with. Everything that we're doing, police reform, investing in technology, you know, all the work that we do, this is all about putting people first and making sure that we think about how we can improve our service for the public that we're serving. So that would be my takeaway.
Thanks, Emily. I'm really just going to pick one point to make as we close. I mean, it was great to begin the discussion about police reform in public. It's something that we've been talking about in private now for more than 12 months. So to break that out into public and to start the debate about what the future of policing looks like is tremendously exciting. And I mentioned yesterday that when the last big design of policing was done in the early 1960s, the voices of the people on the last two panels definitely didn't feature in that discussion back in the early 1960s. And it's really important that as we go into this next phase, that we listen to the voices of the future to make sure that the services that we design are going to keep them safe in the years and decades ahead. And then really, Julie, I'd just like to close with some thanks. As we opened yesterday, this event would not be possible without the support of all of our sponsors and exhibitors, the charities, and specifically our headline sponsor, Deloitte, who've supported us for a number of years now. Very strong partnership, and we're very grateful for that support. Of course, the wonderful staff here at the QE2 Centre who've looked after us so well for a couple of days and in all of the preparation and planning, and also the team at EventWorks who've done all of the logistics and support behind the scenes, all the registrations, liaison, a tremendous amount of hard work. And ADS Group, of course, have helped with the programme. I think the online version of the programme on the phones is brilliant, all the functionality of it. And of course, our own planning team at APCC, NPCC and College. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, you see them running around the office, sorting out all of the last minute requests. And I think testament this year that it was an absolute sellout. We could have not have packed anybody else in. So really great for all your support. And I guess that's where I'll finish. It's good to see a full room towards the end of the conference. Really grateful for all of your engagement over the course of the last 2 days. And whilst I plug next year's event, put the date in the diary now, for the 18th and 19th of November 2025 back here. I'll finish with one final thanks to Julie as host. It's been great to have you back again for all of the detailed preparation, the guidance of all of the discussions and the energy and enthusiasm that you bring to this event. We're very, very grateful for. So thanks very much for steering us through it, and thanks to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.